As we leave behind the breathtaking Adriatic coastline of Dubrovnik, our road trip takes us north through Croatia, covering approximately 600 kilometers with a drive time of 7 to 8 hours. Midway through our journey, we took a detour to Smiljan, the birthplace of Nikola Tesla, one of history's greatest inventors. As we cross into Slovenia, the scenery transforms. Lush green forest, crystal clear alpine rivers and charming villages set the stage for our arrival in Ljubljana, one of Europe's most underrated gems. Nestled between the Alps and the mysterious karst region, Ljubljana is where history, art and nature come together. A city of dragon legends, vibrant open-air markets and elegant bridges, it welcomes visitors with its charming cobble streets and buzzing cafe culture. From the iconic triple bridge to the towering Ljubljana castle, every corner has a story to tell. As we start our walking tour at Ljubljana, we are walking towards Preseren Square, the heart of Ljubljana. This is a place where locals gather and is dedicated to Franz Preseren, Slovenia's greatest poet. Preseren's life was shaped by his unrequited love for Julia Primic, who was married to another man. Heartbroken, he channeled his emotions into poetry, expressing both beauty and sorrow. Their tragic love is immortalized in Preseren Square, where his statue gazes at Julia's image, symbolizing their unfulfilled connection. Also, above Preseren there is a naked muse of poetry in bronze that caused a stir with the church when it was placed there. Just a short walk from here, we arrive at the Triple Bridge, designed by the famous architect Jose Plečnik. It connects the old town with the modern city, with one bridge for cars and the two pedestrian bridges on either side which were added later on. As per the locals, this place is known as one of the most romantic spots in the city, especially at the sunset. Straight ahead, we can see the Ljubljana castle perched on a hill with stunning views of the city. Dating back to 12th century, this castle is a blend of history, culture and breathtaking views. Locals say that this castle is haunted though. The legend tells us of a young princess locked away in Ljubljana castle by her jealous father who separated her from a forbidden lover. Heartbroken, she died in the tower and her ghost is said to still roam the castle, seeking freedom and lost love. So now let's head over to our next spot, which is Congress Square, home to the University of Ljubljana. It is a lively spot filled with students, over 40,000 of them, many from abroad. Also, this square once hosted Napoleon's army, and today it stands as a symbol of freedom for Slovenia thanks to Napoleon's reforms. As we continue our stroll, we reach Shoemaker's Bridge, once home to Ljubljana's shoemakers. In the past, it was the place where shoemakers set up stalls along the river to work, hence the name. Ljubljana had many wooden bridges, but they kept on burning down until they built this solid stone bridge. But some believe that it was actually a Roman temple. The Roman temple story suggests that Shoemaker's Bridge was once the site of a temple dedicated to the god Jupiter during Roman times. While the area was part of the ancient Roman settlement Emona, there is no definitive proof, making it more of a legend that adds mystery to the bridge's history. By the way, this place is also known for volleyball on water, which is the newest trend in sports. So here are some interesting facts about Ljubljana. Ljubljana has one of the oldest vineyards in the world. Just outside the city, Slovenia is home to the world's oldest vineyard, which has been producing wine for over 400 years. In Ljubljana, you can try some of the best wines in the world, often overshadowed by France and Italy. Next, we head to the town hall, the heart of the city, dating back to the 15th century. It's witnessed centuries of cities, decisions and festivals. And right next door, you will find the famous Movia wine bar, perfect for a little Slovenian wine tasting. Ljubljana was named the Green Capital of Europe in 2016, and you will see why as we explore. Another interesting fact, so Ljubljana loves books, and a lot. Slovenia has one of the highest number of books published per capita in the world, and Ljubljana was even named UNESCO's World Book Capital in 2010. It's also home to one of the oldest public libraries in Europe. We are now at this open area which is next to the Cathedral di San Nicolas, famous for its modern bronze doors that depict Slovenia's religious history. This cathedral was a gift from Pope John Paul II. Inside, the illusionist frescoes on the ceiling make the cathedral seem even taller than what it is. We now arrive at Butcher's Bridge, which may look like a classic love-lock bridge, but its sculptures are much darker, depicting betrayal and suffering. Because love can be tricky. Just ask Adam and Eve, who stand here with regretful expressions. So, the butchers used to work here, and in medieval times, this spot was infamous for public executions as well. Ljubljana's old town is divided into two main parts. The medieval town, which on one side is home to Ljubljana Castle, Town Square, Old Square and the Upper Square. It features narrow cobblestone streets, historic buildings and a charming medieval atmosphere. On the other side is the more modern Baroque district, and this part includes Preseren Square, Congress Square, and with grand buildings influenced by Austro-Hungarian architecture and the work of Jose Plečnik. Of course, we cannot miss the famous Dragon Bridge, where dragons guard the bridge. According to the legend, Jason, the Greek hero, passed through the area while fleeing from the Amazons. He and his men encountered a fierce dragon by the Ljubljanica river, which they defeated. The dragon, now a symbol of Ljubljana, is said to guard the city. Also, the Dragon Bridge was one of the first concrete bridges in Europe, built in 1901. Locals believe the dragon's tails wag when a virgin crosses, though no one has ever witnessed it. Another interesting fact about Ljubljana. So Ljubljana has over 30 public drinking fountains, and you can fill your bottle with the clean fresh water straight from the Alps, and no need to buy bottled water here. Was our last stop in this walking tour, which is the Central Market, a vibrant spot where you will find fresh produce, cheeses and homemade honey. Designed by Jose Plečnik, this market stretches along the river. The market has a special milk machine where you can fill your own bottles with fresh milk from the local cows in Slovenia. In the early 19th century, Napoleon briefly ruled Ljubljana as part of the Illyrian provinces. Unlike other conquerors, the French granted Slovenians more rights, including education in their own language, a rare privilege at that time. So the medieval Ljubljana castle is not just a great viewpoint, it also has underground tunnels used for storing supplies, secret passages, and even a prison. One more interesting fact, so Ljubljana was built on ancient Roman ruins. Back in the 1st century AD, the Romans built a military camp here called Emona. Today we can still see parts of the ancient Roman walls along with the hidden underground ruins beneath the city. As we wrap up our Ljubljana's adventure, we leave behind a city of legends, history and charm. Ljubljana is not just a place to visit, it's a city that stays with you. So until next time, keep exploring.